Hello, good evening. I hope I'm live. I think I'm live. All right, so sincere apologies for coming in a little late. And I'm here to give a live broadcast, and I'll do it very briefly. And the title of my broadcast today will be our discussions on the recent updates that the administration put earlier on this morning. Now, I'm going to, as much as possible, make my broadcast brief. So some people has already come online and they've made some remarks. So I would address their remarks very soon. Now, the first thing I would want to say is within the TBC community, you are going to have enemies as a broadcaster within the TBC community. And your level of maturity should play out when your enemies do come out. You know, one of the things that you used to know who an enemy is number one, the person would never reveal himself. Secondly, the person would never make use of his real or her real name. These are the enemies. You will call them moles or you will call them parasites within the TBC community. So I do not know how many people do experience it, but somehow I do have a group. And the group I do have, there are a good number of people that cuts across several African countries. And aside African countries, it also cuts across some other countries. Now, most of these people may not like the informations that are being passed across. And as a matter of fact, I did say in my earlier videos that the broadcasters, they do have broadcasters meeting. And aside the fact that they do have broadcasters meeting, most of the broadcasters within the TBC community, they do interact occasionally, not occasionally with the administration. And the reason why that is so is because the administration would want to make sure that we are passing across the right information to the public. That is the reason why when we do not have proper informations, we get proper clarifications from the administration. Now, it's not by surprise that any broadcaster would be able to have some fellowship, I call it fellowship, but from some good communion with the administration so that informations, there can be effective communication. Informations can be passed on from the broadcaster to the administration, and then the right information can be passed on the administration to the broadcaster so that if it is necessary to be made public, it shall be addressed, it shall be made public. Now, another thing I also want to make the community be aware of is that everybody should work according to the effort he can within the TBC community. And if you can make more efforts, then go ahead and do so. Now, why am I saying this? It's simple because everyone cannot be, when you look at your 5 fingers, you find out that there is one finger that is very long, there is one finger that is very short. But when you fold them together, you find out that all of them are equal. So your relevance in the community as a broadcaster, you may be able to bring in 2 people in a week, you may be able to bring in 5 people in a week, according to your own capacity. Do the best and try your possible best to ensure that these people you bring in cement. That's the truth. And now, if they are not able to cement now, they will definitely cement later. When the system becomes a bit more liquid or much more liquid, and a number of activities are going on within the community, people will get to know about it. And those people who you registered will come back to you so that you can coach them appropriately. Okay? Now, let me share my screen and then let me discuss a number of things with the house or with those that are listening. Before I do so, please, I would advise if you are logging onto my channel for the first time, you're welcome. My name is Augustine, and I'm also known as the Simple Consultant. And I would be happy if you can like my channel, subscribe to my channel, click on the like button, and then when you've done so and you've made your subscription, click on the bell button so that anytime I'm live, you are going to see that I am live. Okay? Now, so far, I'm only seeing one person listening to me, and I do thank you for listening. I do not know who you are, but I will appreciate it if you can comment so that I would know who you are. No, so meanwhile, let me share my screen. Okay, I think my screen is now being shared. So let me refresh my page to see if there is any recent updates. Okay, the recent update is who are you? So, like I said, I'll be as brief as possible in this broadcast. So, on your own, you could take time to look at this. Now, Mofo Gildas is very happy about the payday, a payday gift. Now, this particular broadcast, I'm going to expatiate briefly on the payday gift as we read it together. Where am I? I like this particular video. TBC is not about grammar or your good English to share with the people. It's just the simple action. Yes, I do agree. So it's about going out to tell people about TBC, not just going out to tell. Yes, you can go out to tell every Tom, Dick, and Harry about TBC. That's excellent. That's very good. And I do appreciate it. But then you should also find those who are serious, who are willing to make conscious commitments. Even if they are willing to pay, you try and they are willing to pay. One thing is it's done in love and respect. So you shouldn't mount any pressure on anyone to force them to pay or put fear into them to make them think that the existing system will go away. They will only metamorphose from a system that is backed by the government to a system that is backed by good in a short while from now. So I think if you can, do well to listen through this video. Now, this is the meat of today's broadcast, and I want to share it with us. Now, let me just be. I think it's very brief. Now, the best definition of luck is when preparation meets opportunity. So prepare and be lucky. Prepared and what? Be lucky. So let's go down. Now, do you see the timer on your KCBO dashboard counting down to the 1st of December? Once it hits 0, a new timer will appear of 24 hours counting down to 0. And it is when you want to make that is when you want to make your monthly payment of the admin fee so that you will get a whole TBC coin out of the admin wallet as a gift. Now that's a 10 million gift just for making your monthly admin payments. Just for making your monthly payment of the admin fee on the 1st of December. Now, if you make your payments on the 2nd or later in December, you will not get the gift of one whole TBC. I hope this is clear. Now, before I go into the next paragraph, I want us to get to understand something. There is a promotion that the admin is running. It's called 2019 promo. Now, the admin was very careful about saying it's a 2019 promo. The reason why I say he was being careful was because he does not have any intentions of taking it into the 2020 year 2020. Now, what is his actual goal for year 2020? Let me show you what his actual goal is. It's actually written in black and white. Let me show you. For those of us who have not taken note of it, this is actually his goal for the year 2020. Kringle coins are private smartphone currency ready for merchants to use and accept. So that is to say, by the year 2020, we are going to have a private smartphone currency. How are we going to likely have a private smartphone currency? It's simple. How to get a private smartphone currency is after we have moved into our new blockchain. Now, we are not certain as to where the blockchain will be. Whether the blockchain is going to be in a different website or it will be integrated into our Kringle Cash back office. I do not know. It is with time that we shall know. But notwithstanding, When you look into this particular picture, you will find out that it's a person that is holding a phone. So the admin is having this mindset from this particular picture description that in a short while, it's going to be transactions that will be carried out with merchants within the TBC community. To find out more, check merchant location. And you, as an individual who is a TBC community member, I want you to know that TBC are or TBC is a private-based currency that is used by individuals within the TBC community. And you should also bear in mind that that TBC coin doesn't belong to you. It's a community currency and it is held under a trust where you are supposed to be accountable for the coins you do spend. Okay? Now, for you to get further clarifications, you may need to go into the public notice and study it comprehensively. You should also study the private notice under the education blog, private section. Study it, you'll get a better understanding. Now, another thing I also want you to understand, merchants and customers alike love to spread and love the speed and convenience of using Kringles to conduct transactions that are recorded in a blockchain for security. These things are going to come up next year, and they're going to come up very soon next year. The administration are working seriously to make sure that all these things are put into place. And a good number of us should be able to read pictures. These pictures are not just there to entertain you, and they're not just there to show you that the TBC community is wow. They're only passing a message. The pictures are passing a message. The writings are passing a message. Now, the administration is telling you that people will love the speed. Of course, the speed will be much faster than Bitcoin. If you check out the coins that are in the coin market cap, coins like Monero, yes, it's likely going to compete favorably and much more or much more with these coins that are excellent in their speed, their transactions, and the rest. Now, people are going to love that speed and the convenience because it's going to be easy to use. And they're all going to be recorded in a blockchain. Anytime you need to call it up, it is already stored in the blockchain. That is when we moved into our new blockchain. Now, this is the last one I want you to understand. This is the goal of the administration by the year 2020. So I want us to read it, or I want to read it out before I go back to my particular blog. Now, Gringo coins are currently in the hands of millions of people worldwide, and we have an aggressive distribution plan to enroll 1 billion members into our private community by 2020. Now, what does this mean? It's very, very simple. This is the point I want you to pay attention to. Aggressive distribution plan. Now, when you are talking about aggressive distribution plan, you can talk about this article as an aggressive distribution plan. Now, as we read down, I'm going to throw more light in what I think the administration is working to achieve by the end of this year, 2019, which is December. Now, I think I've passed on the information of what the blockchain will look like or what the admin has in mind by the year 2020. So let me continue. And now I'm reading this paragraph. Now, making your payments of the admin fee on the first of each month helps the poor members of TBC. Recall that our community is a community that is lifting the poor out of poverty. And it is these people who are poor that will go out to tell the community about TBC. These are the poor people that will go out to tell the community or the people around or beyond or around their environment about TBC. And then they will also have people that help them, like Ace Fletcher. Ace Fletcher began from nothing, and today he's making it, and he's only getting better. Bederick is also excellent. He's making it and he's getting better. He's now hitting heavy hitter the 5th time, and he's going to also hit heavy hitter the 6th time, which is by the December. Well, I think so. Now, most of us within the TBC community, we are only seeing or we're acting as spectators. Now, spectators, well, I don't know whether to call them spectators or side workers. Now, if you are a spectator, you can actually watch when you go into a football match, and then you are watching the football. You can be cheering the people there. Now, for you to cheer those people, you must have made some payments to enter to watch the football match. So if you are someone who is watching it from your television, maybe from the DSTV, as Nigerians do have it, or your GoTV, and some other foreign stations that you may be opportune to have. You are also going to pay a subscription fee. It could be on a monthly basis, it could be on a weekly basis, it could be on a yearly basis, as the case may be. And it varies from country to country. But the bottom line is that you are making a conscious commitment to enjoy those sub channels that you are watching in that particular station or in those stations that you have subscribed to. So does it also apply within the TBC community? So if you are within this TBC community, the poor people are making conscious effort to lift themselves out of poverty. And if you say you are a community member or you want to become a community member, the admin is giving you a bonanza of paying one-time admin fee so that you get one whole TBC. By the end of this particular article, I would also say a number of things. Everyone should pay on the first of each month. So it's a culture that the admin is trying to bring into the TBC community. It says everyone should pay on the first of each month. Now, then everyone will get paid the same day they pay the admin fee, and it makes it affordable that way for the poor members of TBC. Now, get in the habit of doing that now. So the admin is actually trying to tell you that from next year, first of every month, you should pay your admin fee so that there can be enough funds to build the community. And those who are poor can be helped so that they can also attend to their daily responsibilities while they are community members as our community grows. And I think we are really doing well. Today is actually Thursday, and by the end of this particular broadcast, I'm also going to check our Kringle Cash to see how well we are doing in the Bitcoin contest. Now, you need to be prepared to make this happen. 24 hours goes very fast. And if you are not prepared, you may miss out on getting these special gifts. I suggest everyone buy bulk credit. I'm of the habit of buying bulk credit. Now, how I do it is I usually buy bulk credits about 10. 10 bulk credits in Nigerian currency is about 10,000 naira. So I do buy 10 of it and keep it in store so that at any point anyone needs to make his payment of admin fee, all the person has to do is send me his or her email address and I help to make payments for the person. And after the person has sent the money to me, and after the person has sent the email address also, I make the payment. It doesn't take me up to a minute. Once I log into my Kringle Cash, the payment is made and it's made instantly. So I suggest everyone to buy bulk credit in advance so that you can collect cash from your team on the first and they can make their payments in time. I'm of the habit of doing that. Become a cash center for TBC. So that actually means I'm a cash center. And you see, as the community becomes more excited and heated up, I can expand my financial base from 100 to maybe 200, maybe 300 and 400, and it continues to grow. And then as it grows and I am attending to more people and the TBC community is getting more organized and we're heading towards a billion members, a number of things will be happening. Merchants will be coming in. The abundance will now begin to be felt within the members that are working in the TBC community. Okay, now let me also finish up now. Payday gifts will be given to everyone that pays the admin fee on the 1st of December, even if they are brand new and paid that fee using an admin credit. Let's read it again. Payday gifts will be given to everyone that pays the admin fee on the 1st of December, even if they are brand new and paid that fee using admin credits. Remember that one payment of the admin fee results into infinity. For you to get further clarifications, you should have a look at this particular article. Now, what is the admin trying to tell us in this particular paragraph? What he's trying to tell you is that when you as an individual pays your admin credits, you have 2 admin credits, and you can use those 2 admin credits to register 2 people, and then those 2 people will have admin credits to register 2 people, and those 2 people will have admin credits, and on and on and on. And for the 1st of December, anybody you register using admin credits, the person will have 1 TBC. Okay? Now, within the month of November, sorry, December, if the person decides to pay his admin fee, well, the person has cemented. Now, if the person refuses to pay the admin fee, anytime the person chooses to pay the admin fee, then he consolidates his efforts and he becomes a complete member. And then the 50% of the money that this particular person pays, in, which is a new member, goes to you because you invited him. Now, let me complete it. I suggest that we do a 24-hour rally on December 1st to sign up as many people on that day as we can. Prepare and plan now to have a rally. Now, those who are choosing or who will choose to do this rally are going to be we community members. And I have already started my rally. The first approach to my rally is coming online to make it public. That's the first. And all of my community members are aware. I would want to let you know that all of my community members or all of my colleagues at my place of work, about 90%, okay, let's say 75% of them are community members. Although they are not so serious because they think it hasn't begun. I told them to hold on up until 2020 and they are going to see the thing that TBC is going to do by 2020. Now, 2020, I can tell you without mixing words that we are going to rival Bitcoin. And we're going to become so popular that the world will begin to shift attention from Bitcoin into TBC community. You can bet that with me. I tell you it's going to happen. And I'm saying it with facts. Now, those facts are very clear because if you see how our system is moving, you'll be convinced that what I'm saying is actually true. Now, the admin is working also to make sure that everything that looks like it's not so organized will be organized before the end of this year. I just want you to keep your eyes on the blog as the admin is building the system. And it's actually happening gradually. I can call it a slow rollout. So those of you who are thinking that, well, nothing is happening, a lot are happening behind the scene. So open your eyes to see what is happening. Now, where was I? Prepare and plan now to have a rally. Make the message clear on that day. Now, if now that's okay, that if a new member signs up on December 1st, that they should leap and hurry and use their 2 admin credits immediately. I want to read this again. Now, make the message clear on that day that if a new member signs up on December 1st, that that day, okay, that they should leap and hurry and use their 2 admin credits. Now, 2 admin credits can quickly lead to 4 admin credits, and then those leads to 8, and then it goes to 16, and so on. Now, what does that mean? It means all these people who are registering using admin credits, the administration is giving them a gift of 1 TBC. Now, let me complete what I'm saying. Now, we can sign up 1 million new members on that day if you all have properly prepared for that special day. Let us make 1st of December 2019 the luckiest day ever in TBC. Now, those of you who are going to be registered and have TBCs, I want you to understand that having TBC is a sense of responsibility. Within that 1 month, the administration believes or hopes that you should be able to study comprehensively. Now, TBC is getting much more complicated, so it is advised that you have a mentor who will teach you the rudiments of TBC. You don't just wake up one morning, and these are our community currencies. It's not something that you just get and then you play around with it. There are currencies that are going to worth so much and it's going to have so much power to influence the way the world sees things in the future. This was how Bitcoin began, and people did not really value Bitcoin. People got Bitcoin on a platter of gold. And same thing now is happening to TBC community. But one thing I want you to understand is that the administration is looking for 1,111,111. Now, the administration has some numbers already, and he wants to have so much more. The reason why he wants to have so much more is so that when the time comes, only those who are intelligent, are faithful, and are persistent that would come out to become the real TBC billionaires. Because this TBC that you are having, you may think that, wow, I'm a TBC billionaire. No, The system with which admin awards or gives rewards is called a system of meritocracy. Meritocracy means a system where you work and you are justified or you are paid based on how much you have worked. That is the system that the TBC community works with. So I want to stop at this point. Those of you who are TBC community members, I want you to take up the initiative and work within your pace. Get as much as you can. It's not enough for you to come up and then make a broadcast. If you are working in an office, let your colleagues be aware and let them be able to make a conscious commitment. And that's all. If you are working wherever, if you are not working and you are full-time employed in the TBC community, then cut across borders, reach out to places, tell them about TBC. And as you do so, when the time comes and they pay the admin fee, you are getting your immediate returns. Okay? I think I'll stop here. So let me go back. If there's anything that someone has to say, fine. If nothing else, then I think I'll call it a day. Okay. Now, currently there are two people watching me, and I'll just read the informations that are here. Now, people are saying, okay, hi, bro. I extend my greetings to you, sir. And then this is saying the highest discounter. We are waiting for you. I really do not understand what this person is. Now, this is a particular instance of what I was saying. Now, like I said, majority of the people who are buying the mind of the administration, they are being attacked. They are being attacked on the open. They are being attacked in the secret. They are being attacked from every corner. Okay? Now, something I want you to understand is that in the TBC community, so many things went wrong in the past. So many people did so many things that were questionable, and that is true. Now, those people that did those things, they may have thought or they think they may have gotten away with it. Well, it's not in my jurisdiction, it's not in my power to determine whether they will be penalized or they will not be penalized. But it is true, a good number of people discounted TBC. But for someone to come up and does not put his picture and does not give a real name and then comes up to say someone is a discounter, how can he justify it? If you think you are actually saying the truth, then put your picture, then put up your real name so that we can understand that actually the person you are referring to is a discounter. You know, when you act out of cowardice, this is what happens. You hide within the scene. You are like a troll that just comes out from the bush and you shout to scare people. That's childish. It's not intelligent. It's not reasonable. So our advice, I do not know who you are, but I would advise if you think you are reasonable and a bit more mature, then act reasonable, act more mature. Stop acting childishly. Stop making it look like you want to dent someone's reputation. It is childish. So I would recommend that you desist from such acts and help to grow the community in peace and in love. Now, you say you lie that you speak with the TBC admin physically, one-on-one. Now, I think I addressed this matter. I said the TBC broadcasters, they do have from time to time broadcasters meeting. I said that clear. And when we do have broadcasters meeting, from time to time, the administration, not on a regular basis, from time to time, the administration advises us and tells us what and what we need to know. And it's not a secret, it's something that is open. Everyone who are broadcasters are aware of it, except you are not within the league of broadcasters. The admin is not holding you back from becoming a broadcaster. If you think you want to learn to become a broadcaster, align yourself to a leader within the TBC community that will teach you or will coach you. It's not so difficult. And then once you are being advised and you are guided properly and you grow to a certain point, you begin to attend broadcasters meetings so that you have a deeper foresight. Attend broadcasters meeting, attend trainings, mostly done by Bederic. And as you are doing all these things, you are building your step, you are building your confidence, you are building your reputation in the TBC community. Okay? So I want to stop here for those of us who are listening. And I want to thank you for your listening and those who would also listen. Okay? So I have said it again and again. The community is still growing and it has endless opportunities. And I would want you to take advantage of the opportunities that are within the TBC community. And I wouldn't want to continue to address the matters of this that this person is saying, because it looks like he's only here to speak out of his own opinion. that doesn't really correlate or align with the mind of the administration. Yes, it may look like the TBC has gone a long way. There are still trolls that are in the TBC community that think that their opinions can matter. Your opinions will only matter if it is going to help in the global expansion of the TBC community. And if it is not going to help in the global expansion of the TBC community, then your line of thought would not be listened to. It would not be addressed. In fact, it will be relegated to the background. So my advice is please have a second thought and act like a matured person. All right, thank you. I've already taken so much of your time. Sorry for going a bit more by a minute or so. So cheers and do have a lovely day. If you have any concerns, my informations are below. Address me, send messages to me. I can listen to you. Cheers and God bless you. Bye for now.